This morning, the world's 1.4 billion Catholics mourning the passing of Pope Francis. The Vatican announced that the Pope died. He died at 7:35 this morning, local time. He had just started returning to official duties after spending more than a month in the hospital battling double pneumonia. And just yesterday, you're seeing video of it right there. He thrilled the crowd when he appeared on the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica to give the traditional Easter blessing. Now, Cardinal Timothy Dolan, he just said this morning, in speaking out for the first time of his passing, that really you couldn't have choreographed it better in him being there for Easter and then passing just after. He said, Cardinal Dolan said, and we thank him for that, the way he lived and the way he died. Now begins a 9-day mourning period during which hundreds of thousands of people are expected to visit St. Peter's Basilica to pay their respects. CNN's Ben Wiedemann is standing by for us still in Rome. And Ben, what can we expect to see in the coming hours and days?
Well, Kate, we're now in what's known as sede vacante, which is Latin for empty seat, the period between the death of a pope and the election and the appointment of a new one. What we're expecting today is that there's going to be a ceremony at 8 p.m. local time, 2 p.m. Eastern time in the chapel of the Casa Santa Marta, which is the Spartan guest house where Pope Francis lived. There, the head of the Vatican Medical Services will inspect the body, determine the cause of death, and issue a report. Now, over the coming days, his body will lay in state in that chapel. Now, it will not be public, and then after that, there will be sometime between 4 and 7 days after his death, there will be the funeral. Now, the official funeral. We have yet to know exactly which date it will be. Still, he only died a few hours ago. But that will give time for heads of state and other VIPs to come to Rome. And also, very importantly, the cardinals, 252 of them around the world, will probably by now have received invitations to come to Rome to first attend the funeral and then prepare for the conclave, where they will be isolated from the rest of the world, and among them will vote repeatedly. Limit of 4 votes per day to determine who the next pope will be. Now, that's 15 to 20 days after the death of the pope. That can be moved up if all the cardinals are present in Rome, but we are going to have a very busy period ahead of us here in Rome, as, of course, this funeral, which no doubt will bring some of the most powerful, important people to the Vatican City. And then the conclave, of course, there's already much speculation over who might succeed Pope Francis, keeping in mind, of course, that over the last 12 years, he has been able to see the appointment of cardinals who are not unlike him in terms of their thinking regarding wealth and oppression and compassion and whatnot. And we shall see what comes of that conclave, but it's going to be very full calendar for probably the next month. Kate?
Absolutely. And it's all of that work beginning in earnest now.
Well, obviously, this news has been received with great sadness here in St. Peter's amongst the people who've gathered today. Now, Pope Francis was really the people's pope. He was a very popular figure. He was just yesterday in St. Peter's Square on the Pope-mobile greeting the crowds. I was here, I could see them. It was a kind of thrilling atmosphere for them, given the Pope had these serious health problems that left him hospitalized for 38 days. Now, the news, of course, was the news that the Pope has died was announced this morning in Rome by Cardinal Kevin Farrell, who explained that the Pope had died at 7:35 a.m. He didn't look well yesterday when he came out into St. Peter's Square. He clearly wasn't engaging with the crowd, so it was obviously difficult for Francis, and so the news that he had died really was both a shock, but also, I think, for people who've been following it closely, not so much of a surprise given the health difficulties. Of course, Francis, as an outsider pope, was a figure who shook up the church's establishment. He was someone who wanted to take the message of the church out into the world. He didn't want the church to remain in its comfort zone, and Francis's priorities were care for the poor. He's called for a poor church for the poor. He was someone who spoke out very strongly for migrants. His first visit out of Rome was to Lampedusa, the island in southern Italy, where many people were risking their lives to arrive from North Africa. And his priorities sometimes were resisted quite strongly by people inside the church. He wasn't a figure who was willing to be scripted by the Vatican bureaucracy. He was his own man, and he shook things up. And one of the things he shook up was the makeup of the College of Cardinals, the people who will be tasked with electing the next pope. Francis chose cardinals from different parts of the world, places that had never had cardinals before. He internationalized the body, and he chose people who share in many ways his pastoral priorities. So his reform of the College of Cardinals is very significant, given that they will be arriving in Rome in the coming days to, of course, elect a new pope. This evening at Rome time, there will be a formal service, the certification of the death of the pope. That's the sort of spiritual certification of the fact that Francis has died. It will be led by Cardinal Farrell, the Carmelengo, of course, the former Bishop of Dallas, and a US citizen, although he was born in Ireland. He will lead that service tonight.
Christopher, thank you so much. He's been leading the coverage for us since the wee hours of the morning. We'll continue to from St. Peter's Square. We sincerely appreciate it. Let's also bring in CNN's Nick Robertson now. And Nick, every time I look down, we have more reaction from leaders around the world. Tell us what you're seeing.
Yeah, and they really amplify what we're hearing from Catholics, from the faithful, from Christopher and everything that he's saying. These world leaders, President Zelensky, one of the latest to weigh in, he met with the Pope late last year, and he spoke about how the Pope had preached for peace and brought some hope to Ukraine and Ukrainians, and had been a vocal critic of Russia's invasion. But I think it's this sense that that the Pope reached towards the poorest, wanted to help the poorest, gave hope, is what so many leaders are sort of picking on to remember today. Micheál Martin, the Irish Prime Minister, the Irish Taoiseach, has said that the world has lost an exceptional leader, not a politician, but a reformer within his own faith, and somebody who worked across communities, across faith. This is the Israeli president pointing out that his interfaith communications were important to bring humanity and understanding. The Pakistan's Prime Minister, Sharif, this morning has spoken about the value of this sort of interfaith dialogue. The British Prime Minister has spoken about how he was a pope for the poor, that his heart was sort of what governed his mission, if you will. Ursula von der Leyen, the European Commission president, speaking about how the Pope touched millions outside of the faith because of his humanity. The French president, who last met the Pope back in late 2023, has spoken about how he was a Pope bringing joy and hope to the poorest. It is this sense that while he wanted to modernize the Catholic faith and try and shake it loose of some of the conservative values he felt was holding it back, he really reached and touched the poorest with that sense of humanity around the world to try to uplift them. But there will be those, and I can give an example here in the UK, where you have many in the Anglican faith here who became the ordinariate. They under Pope Benedict, Pope Francis' predecessor, decided to move over to the Catholic faith because under Benedict, they felt they were going to get some of the conservative values of their Christian faith back that they were losing as Anglicans. But then under Pope Francis' modernization here in the UK, some of them have felt, well, this wasn't what they came across for. So there will be those, as we think about all the people that remember everything good that the Pope has done, has reached out across communities for the poor, reformed the church. There will be some who didn't want to move in that direction, who wanted the faith to stay more back in those conservative traditions and values and roots.
All right, our thanks to Nick Robertson and Christopher Lamb for being here this morning, helping us understand what we're seeing and hearing. We did just get a post from President Trump. He wrote on social media, "Rest in peace, Pope Francis. May God bless him and all who loved him."